Karachi, the city of lights. A city that breathes, trades, sweats, and survives on the energy of 20 million souls. A city that generates more wealth than any other in Pakistan. And yet, a city where a simple accident, a spark in a wire, or a forgotten switch becomes a funeral pyre. Over the last 20 years, Karachi has watched its marketplaces, factories, malls, and neighborhoods burn. Not once, not twice, but again and again. Each fire followed the same pattern: flames, smoke, screams, and then silence. Investigation committees formed, statements issued, cameras rolled, and then everything forgotten. Until the next fire and the next grave. In 2012, the Baldia garment factory inferno killed nearly 300 people in a matter of minutes. Locked exits, no alarms, no sprinklers, workers trapped like prisoners. Families later identified loved ones only by charred wallets and melted phones. Many never came home at all. A single building without safety systems became the deadliest industrial disaster in Pakistan's history. It should have changed everything. It changed nothing. From 2013 to 2020, hundreds more died silently. Tiny blazes, big blazes, hidden tragedies, electrical short circuits in cramped garment units, explosions in chemical warehouses disguised as homes, shops stacked with flammable goods, people leaping from windows because stairs were filled with smoke. Yet still, no law, no enforcement, no national outrage. In 2020 alone, Karachi recorded more than 2,000 fire incidents. Not 200, 2,000. A number so large it should have shut the entire city down until reform was passed. Instead, it became just another statistic buried under politics, crime, and power games. Then came 2023. A mall in the heart of the city, a place built for families, shoppers, and children, became a death trap. 11 lives gone in minutes. Dozens injured. Smoke choking people on upper floors because the mall had no smoke control, no pressurized staircase, no sprinklers ready to activate. One short circuit, and a building designed to make money instead became a coffin. Months later, a factory blaze killed 4 firefighters, men who ran toward flames while the state hid behind excuses. Their sacrifice was honored in speeches, but the system that killed them was left untouched. And now, 2026. The Gul Plaza disaster. A shopping hub, bustling with workers, poor vendors, families, children. At least 6 dead, dozens injured, hundreds missing in chaos. Over 1,200 shops gone in ash. Firefighters forced to wait for water tankers because the hydrants that should have stood ready were dry, broken, or never installed in the first place. And still, Karachi asks the same question: why do we burn? These fires did not happen because Karachi is unlucky. They happened because Karachi is unprotected. Across the world, modern cities enforce a simple truth: fire safety is not a luxury. It is the minimum duty of a government to its people. In the United States, before a commercial building can open its doors to a single customer, it must obey strict codes like the International Building Code and International Fire Code, the IFC, backed by NFPA standards. Every mall, every office, every warehouse, every school. No sprinklers, no opening, no fire alarm system, no business license, no emergency exits. The fire marshal seals your door shut before a single person walks in. These regulations are not theory, they are muscle and law. Sprinklers must be installed in high-rises, malls, and crowded spaces because sprinklers save lives in the first 60 seconds, long before firefighters can arrive. Smoke detection systems must alert not only the people inside, but in many cases automatically notify the fire department because missed seconds equal dead citizens. Walls, ceilings, and floors are built with fire-resistant materials rated for 1 hour, 2 hours, to give families time to escape and firefighters time to rescue. Broadcasters captured every moment: the collapsing concrete, the chaos, the cries for rescue, and the darkness. Power was cut. No lighting. Firefighters worked blind, breathing toxins, risking everything. Then came the painful questions. How did this fire start? Why did it spread so fast? Where were the fire extinguishers? Where were the alarm systems? Why was there no emergency water supply? And then the answers whispered, denied, and finally confirmed. There were no alarms, no sprinklers, no hydrants, no extinguishers, no compliance with any fire safety standard, local or international. And this is where the tragedy becomes a crime. Because around the world, buildings must follow strict rules. According to the 2021 International Building Code, IBC, Chapter 9, Fire Protection and Life Safety Systems, every commercial building must have automatic sprinklers, dedicated water supplies, smoke control systems, manual alarms, emergency exits, fire inspections, evacuation plans. But Karachi? None of the above. Not one. Not today. Not yesterday. Not 15 years ago. Not after Bolton Market. Not after Timber Market. Not after Baldia Factory. Not after Mehran Town. Not after thousands have burned in Karachi's endless fires. Lessons learned? Absolutely not. Why? Because for 15 years, from mayors to ministers, no one enforced anything. No building code implementation. No emergency readiness. No safety budget. No accountability. And the contrast is chilling. Billions spent on luxury cars, VIP palaces, helicopters, private planes, renovated chief minister houses, protocol rallies, political drama, but nothing for fire safety. No emergency hydrants, no water tanks dedicated to fire control, no training, no enforcement, not even basic extinguishers that cost less than the price of a politician's dinner. A few $100s in condolence payments cannot rebuild a burned business. It cannot revive a child who suffocated behind a locked shutter. It cannot restore trust in a system that fails every single time. The government promised compensation, like it did after Bolton Market. It promised investigations, like it did after every factory fire. It promised justice, like it always promises. But Karachi knows the truth. The city pays taxes. The city keeps Pakistan alive. Yet Karachi citizens must fight their own fires, save their own people, and bury their own dead. Today, the plaza is ashes. Tomorrow, the city will move on. Politicians will return to their ceremonies, cameras, and speeches. And Karachi's traders will sweep the ashes, rebuild their shops with loans, and pray the next fire doesn't claim them too. And somewhere, a firefighter like Furqan Young, brave, a father, a husband, will wear his uniform and walk into flames, unsure if the city he's protecting will protect him. Gul Plaza burned. Lives were lost. Businesses destroyed. Dreams shattered. But the real tragedy is this: Karachi will burn again until someone cares enough to stop it, until laws are enforced, until international fire codes are adapted, until water is provided, until corruption ends, until responsibility is taken, not denied. Karachi deserves life, not smoke. Safety, not statements. Fire protection, not condolences. Leadership, not excuses. Karachi has survived earthquakes, floods, political turmoil, and economic collapse. But what it cannot survive is indifference. We do not need to reinvent fire safety. The codes already exist. The systems already exist. The knowledge is already written. What we need is the courage to enforce it, and the honesty to admit that every death caused by negligence is not fate, it is a decision. A decision made in offices far away from the smoke and flame. To every leader watching, your citizens are not statistics. They're human beings with families, dreams, and futures. Protect them or step aside for those who will. To the people of Karachi, demand safety. Demand accountability. Demand your right to live in a city where a spark does not become a tragedy. Because Karachi does not need more condolences. It needs change. Today, not tomorrow. This is your city. This is your fight. And until the system changes, the fire behind us will always be smaller than the fire ahead. Stay alert, stay aware, stay alive. And keep demanding what Karachi deserves a life without fear of burning. Thank you for watching. And make Karachi stop counting bodies and start counting lives saved.